Welcome back, IB Economics students. In this video lecture today upon cross-elasticity of demand, as well as its applications and importance. So we have learned in previous lessons that cross-elasticity of demand measures the changes in demand for a certain good when the price of another good changes. Now, why would firms or why would governments want to know the cross-elasticity of demand? So in this video, we're going to be exploring XED, cross-elasticity of demand, its applications, and importance. So this is the topic we're going to be exploring today. So there's two basic perspectives you could look at the concept of XED. Very importantly for paper 1 students, when writing your paper 1, you need to be able to identify and not only draw the graphs, but also identify the importance and the implications of XCD on either governments or either on firms. So from this example, in this video, I'm going to give you two examples from the perspective of a firm and the perspective of a government. So from a perspective of a firm, XED will tell you the changes in demand, whether increase in demand or decrease in demand, for a certain product when the other product's good changes. Okay, so let me give you a very good example. For example, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, classic examples. Coca-Cola and Pepsi. If Coca-Cola increases the price for Coca-Cola, then Pepsi's demand will usually increase because they're close substitute goods. However, this knowledge or this knowing is important for producers and firms, because when they see perhaps another rival substitute goods firm increasing their goods prices, then they will be knowing that they would be expecting larger amounts of quantity demanded. Therefore, they will produce more in order to profit maximize. Therefore, this is the importance of XCD to firms. On the other hand, complementary goods is also another importance. For example, iPhones and iPhone cases are complementary goods. Okay, as the demand for iPhones rises, the demand for iPhone cases will also usually rise. Therefore, they are complementary goods. So, for the example, when the demand for iPhones rises, perhaps the demand for iPhone cases will decrease. So if you are a firm or producer, as we are highlighting right here, if you are a producer of iPhone cases, seeing the prices of iPhones rise, perhaps you will want to produce less in order to minimize losses. So this is the importance of productions, for producers and firms, because they're able to understand the effects of demand changes in related good prices have. Okay, so they know how demand would change when price changes for either a complementary or a substitute goods. Okay, so example of this is to increase or decrease production of a good. For example, you are making t-shirts. Okay, you are a firm making black t-shirts. There's another firm called Firm B making white t-shirts. Now, of course, white t-shirts and black t-shirts are substitute goods. Now, and you see the other firm who makes white t-shirts decreasing their price. So that means you will have to decrease your production or as well in order to minimize losses. So the XED values tells producers and firms when to increase or decrease production of a good. Okay, so this is the importance of XCDs to firms and producers. Now, what is the importance of XCDs to governments? Now, governments could affect the demand and supply of a good in many ways, but most prominently, they could have taxes and subsidies. So governments may increase or decrease taxes and subsidies of related goods to encourage or discourage the consumption of goods. Now, what is an example of this? What is an example of governments using taxes to encourage or discourage the consumption of goods? Let's say the government imposes a higher tax on gasoline. This leads to a decrease in gasoline and an increase in demand for public transportation. So in this example, the government in this case knows that a gasoline or driving, as well as public transportation are substitute goods. And because of this fact, the governments would know to either increase or decrease the taxes and increase or decreases the subsidies upon a certain good in order to encourage the use of public transportation. Okay, so this is the importance of XED, cross elasticity of demand to governments, because it affects the tax and subsidy amounts, and governments may increase or decrease taxes and subsidies of related goods to encourage or discourage the consumption quantities of a particular good. So this is the application of XCD and the importance of XCDs to producers and the importance of XCDs to governments. I hope this video is helpful. If you do enjoy this video, please share to turn in next time for more helpful IB economics guides. Thank you.